We've got some exciting news for UK and even European investors, a shift that may change the investment world forever. One of the biggest barriers to investing for young people, or even people of all ages for that matter, is the cost of investing. If you're not careful, your investment pot will be decimated by trading fees, platform fees, amongst other charges.
Well, all of that is beginning to change with the introduction of zero fee, that's right, zero fee investment platforms such as Freetrade and Trading 212 and other platforms on the way. You can now invest for completely free. The US had been the market leader in this disruption when Robinhood entered the scene in 2013, while us UK investors were left paying sky-high trading and platform fees until relatively recently.
In this video, we're going to review the Freetrade app to find out whether you should be investing with this revolutionary app. Let's check it out.
Welcome to MoneyUnshackled.com, the investment channel that sets you and your finances free. This is Andy, I'm Ben, and if you like what we say, hit the like button and click subscribe.
If you're going to invest with Freetrade, then we're working on getting you a referral link that will earn you a free stock when you invest. We'll put the link in the description below and on our website, MoneyUnshackled.com. This is packed full of interesting articles and offers. Let's get into the video.
What is Freetrade? According to Freetrade themselves, they are a challenger stockbroker providing free stock trading. There are no fees on basic trading, and they are able to do this by driving down their own costs and charging small amounts for premium services.
Freetrade is available on both Android and iPhone, and having personally tried and tested the app with a small amount of my own money, I can vouch that it is very easy to use. Looking at the key points, you can indeed trade and hold investments for free. You can invest in an ISA, but this comes at a cost, which we'll get to shortly. They are FCA regulated, which means you will be covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme up to £85,000. For your info, as with any other platform, this does not protect your money from poor investments. Wide range of funds. This is quite an exaggeration, which again we'll get to shortly. US and UK stocks. You can indeed buy many popular stocks, but not all. And fast friendly support.
What is the pricing? Free, isn't it? Well, yes for some investors, but for most investors it is going to come with a very small fee. Normally when you buy shares you get a live price and you can execute the trade there and then, but Freetrade are collecting all the trades and executing them all together at 4 PM daily to cut their admin costs.
This does mean that you won't actually know the final price before you buy. This could be very dangerous. On a normal day, this won't be a problem as the price doesn't change much, but on occasion the price can plummet or even skyrocket. Imagine if there had been a takeover announcement and the share price had rocketed by 30%, you would now be paying way more than you had expected.
We, however, actually really like this feature as it is a way of keeping those fees low. However, we would like to implement a small change to the app whereby you can set a maximum price in case such a change happens in the market. We hope that Freetrade are listening to this video.
Alternatively, you can place an instant order where you can execute the trade immediately, but they will charge £1 for this service. Our rule of thumb is to try and keep our trading costs below 1%, so we would make sure we at least invested £100 per trade, but there is no actual minimum set by Freetrade.
The use of an ISA on this platform will cost you £3 a month. However, many of you may not need to use an ISA. We would always use one because we intend on having huge sums of wealth. But because UK residents get a generous capital gains allowance and a £2,000 dividend tax allowance, many investors will not earn enough to be taxed. Always consider your personal situation.
And finally, there is a reasonable, but note not free, foreign exchange fee of 0.45%. Don't forget you could be trading in US stocks, which are obviously priced in dollars, and even some UK companies pay their dividends in dollars, so you may incur this small fee.
What are the available investments? So far we are very impressed with the price, but after this is where things start to unravel. We have previously been spoilt for choice with more traditional investment platforms where you can invest in practically anything you can think of.
The most notable absence is funds such as OICs and unit trusts. They do offer a small number of ETFs, but we would expect traditional funds to also be available.
The good thing about Freetrade is their transparency, and they do provide a spreadsheet listing what is available, but sadly, this only contains 358 stocks and ETFs. In fact, they offer only 43 ETFs.
Now, they are updating this all the time, and you can request new stocks and ETFs, but there's no guarantee that they will listen. One of the biggest absentees is the Vanguard Life Strategy family of funds. We believe these are great for beginners. Considering Freetrade is aimed at new investors, then we think they should really include these great funds.
The app itself, it is fast, streamlined and not cluttered, but doesn't really offer too much. It would be nice to see some stock or ETF information such as dividend history, yield and stock allocation. Even when clicking on the max price graph, it doesn't even indicate what time period it is for. You do get a brief description of a stock or ETF, which is nice, and of course the key investor document.
There was so little information, it means that you must go online first to research everything, and you can only make the trade on the app itself. But perhaps this is the price worth paying to get zero fee investing. One major flaw is the lack of a trading website. We like having the option to download or even just view my portfolio on a desktop, so I can carry out some serious analysis on my portfolio. This just isn't possible on the small screen.
Customer service. Whenever we have spoken to them, they have been quick and helpful in their response, but you can only contact them via an online chat. If you have lots of money invested, you may want the peace of mind of being able to ring up and talk to a human being directly. However, maybe this is also a price worth paying to keep those costs down.
Conclusion: is it a game changer? You bet it is, but we won't be moving our investments to the app just yet, as we want wider choice and additional service, as we feel this is worth paying for. Also, as your pot grows, the cost of investing comes down as a percentage of your pot, so the cost isn't too much of a problem for us.
But for those with little money, or those that don't want the extra bells and whistles, Freetrade might just be perfect for you. In fact, it is now possible to invest with just a few quid. We also see, or at least hope, that traditional platforms will have to adapt to prevent a huge exodus to these challenger brokers. As a result of these new free trading apps, we expect prices across the industry to come down over time.
Question of the day: what do you think of Freetrade, and will it change the investment game forever? Let us know in the comment section. Thanks for watching! On this channel we talk a lot about personal finance, investing and all things money. If you want to see more great content, please click the subscribe button below.
This is MoneyUnshackled.com. See you next time.